How is it going, my homosexuals? Weird day today. If you saw my little message, because I wanted to just keep you guys updated, did not get back on the program exactly when I wanted to. I kind of mentioned it the other day, was having some phantom knee pain, and whenever that kind of thing happens, you either fully ignore it or give it like full attention. I was giving it the full attention in the moment, and I was like, all right, feels fine, so I'll lift. Snatches and bench went fine, and I was benching, so I wasn't worried about my knee. And then I woke up the next day, which was my rest day, and yeah, the left knee tendon is slightly strained. It's very, very minor, which I'm extremely thankful for. Like, through all the stretches and stuff I did in today's video, I'm sure you'll see that I have full range of mobility. I have strength to do all my main lifts. I just am at a point where I have been humbled so many times in the past through my ego lifting era, where I just will not put weight on if my knee feels funky in any sort of way. There's just no point, you know. I know that it's a funky feeling. It's one of those feelings where I'm like, man, if I put weight on, I'm not really going to know if I have full control over what happens, and that's horrible. It should never be a question of how hard you can bounce your hams off your calves, you know. You should just be able to full blow it with full confidence and just rip that shit. That's why I always say you need maximum core confidence. It's not just getting confidence in your core strength, but every part of your body cannot be in your you cannot have any pain. You know, you have to be fully mentally capable of just crushing your body with absolute confidence, you know. But it all felt good. It's kind of fun to do something different for once. I will say, it's not a whole lot of fun, but it made me grateful, you know? Every time I take a little step back and I have to kind of get some new perspective, make some changes to the program for the betterment of my body and my health's longevity, it's always really nice to be able to look at this kind of thing and be like, I am really, really appreciative that I stopped when I did, you know? Because I could have come in yesterday and done my max clean and jerk day for a rep max of 2, and I probably would have torn my knee tendon, and then you guys would just hear me bitch and complain for the next 6 to 8 months, and nobody wants that, especially me. I don't know who the fuck would want to hear that, because I am not one to bitch, but I'm telling you, I don't know what I'd be feeling if I had a major injury like that again, because the last time I had something like that, I tore my low back on both sides in one go, and it is fucking awful. You know, you don't really realize how lucky you have it until you have to sit bedridden for 4 months with no lifting, and then building your strength back up for another 4 months, doing just light shit, getting your mobility and form back, because your body's strength turns into that of an infant. That's fucking embarrassing. Not for the sake of the people around you. I don't care about what other people think about what I'm doing, because everybody knows I'm trying to be consistent, just do my best. But man, it's one of those things where it's almost impossible in the moment not to compare yourself to what you were doing yesterday, because I just look back and I'm like, man, I'm glad I went through this experience, and I'm humbled enough to know to chill out and let my knee recover and do the stretching and lifts that I need to do to heal it and give it the strength that it needs to lift properly. But goddamn, I was hitting so many good weights this week, and my chest pull just got healed, and I was ready to just rip some shit and go as hard as I fucking wanted to, and then boom, my knee's like, hey, guess what? 2 injuries in 1 week. Get fucked. But anyway, beyond all that, before I get into it, because I gotta make sure I let y'all know how I'm doing physically, you know, I'm technically injured. You know, it's extremely minor. I'll probably get over it by tomorrow or the day after. Just take a couple days, which is not a long time at all. But, you know, if I think about my physicality when it comes to what I can do with a fucked up knee, I'm pretty damn proud. You know, there was no actual pain. It just felt like, I kind of explained this the other day when I got over my chest pull. It doesn't hurt. Then the mobility is not an issue, and I can drive hard and feel fine. It just feels really sore because it's lost a lot of strength from being strained. You know, my chest pull got a little fucked up and had to take a week off. And then when I got back, the form and drive was there. It felt fucking amazing. but that one part of my chest felt like it was going through a 3-hour hard-ass bodybuilding workout when I had only done a couple sets on bench because it just was not used to that kind of weight yet. So we build it back up slowly. It's the whole idea. So knee is in the same position right now. We're going to take it one step at a time and really feel it out. So given everything, the way that the squats felt, the form, the control, it was actually really endearing to do splits. What is it? The split squats, or what? I don't really know the exact name, because I was mainly doing that to stretch out my knee where I would feel it in my split jerk, and oh boy, did I feel it. But still, the mobility and the form and the drive looked pretty fucking good. I was pretty damn happy about it. So physically, sorry to fucking rant on, I will give it a very nice 8, right on the dot. Not too bad. I think like when I get into the 7s, that's when I start feeling like a little, it was a little harder than I wanted it to be. But like today, I was like pretty confident. I was confident in the lighter weights that I didn't want to do, but they are the weights that I deserve to do right now. I have to do them in order to pick up 3 plates on my clean and jerk again. That is how your body works. Unfortunately, when it comes to strength training, like you'll make the perfect program. You'll get so strong so fast. Like I don't know if anybody's been keeping track, but on my squat and my bench, I was making 20-pound PRs, and on my clean and jerk and on my snatch, I was PRing rep maxes with my old max weight. I know I didn't end up hitting the 255 for a double on snatch, but man, if I had like one of the first failed attempts that I did, because I threw it behind my head like 4 times, I would have fucking had it for sure. I was getting under that so confidently, and the fact that I had enough strength to whip it 5 times back to back to back to back to back, I've got that strength in me. But unfortunately, what I have learned, even though I've made the most statistical advancements I've made in a very long time, in such a short amount of time, the faster your muscles grow, the quicker your tendons, joints, and bones are going to give out. That is just how it is. It fucking sucks, but our body was not built to lift this heavy this quickly. It is, no matter how strong someone you see online looks or is, based off the number, oh dude, the amount of years, like I see some of these people squatting near 1,000 pounds, like I think the guy whose name is Jesus, like one of like the really really big guys who can like double 950 or some shit on back squat. Like holy shit, I just think about the years and years of conditioning he did alone to make sure his joints and ligaments and tendons and bones were stuck in place and not gonna get fucked up and injured. Because it really does, it takes like probably double the amount of time to put on that strength, just because of those weaker parts of our bodies. Bone density is slow as shit. That one definitely sucks, but it comes with time and experience. But even though our tendons are resilient, and like our tendons and our joints are resilient and can put on a lot of stress, if you do it so often and so fast like I've been doing, it's only a matter of time until you go from 100 to fucking 0. And I'm extremely grateful that I now know through my past experience of injury what it feels like to be close to getting injured, like in a serious way. Because the moment I felt that funkiness, I was like, that's not normal. I will say it was a bit premature of me to do my snatches the other day when I had snatches and bench on the last video, but I didn't know. And as much experience and knowledge as I can gather from my previous injuries, every time I have a new one come up, there's that moment of like, nah, we're good, we're chilling. But my guys, my boys, we're not good. If you feel that little bit of fuckery in any part of your body that you have never felt before, and if you've been training for at least 6 months, like I don't care how weaker you are compared to the average, whatever, if you've been training for 6 months consistently in your life, like that's all the experience you need to know, like after that point, I think everybody should know. You go in the gym, you feel that little and you're like, whoa, whoa, that was not fucking normal. And I need to take a little chill pill for a week because that's what's fucking necessary. I say this all the time. Like, whenever I hit my really heavy peak weights, I get there because I deserve it, you know? So even though the knee strain came from my 445 by 4 back squat, I definitely deserved to attempt it and go for it, because now that's in the past, and the past is the past, can't change it. But now, because of that experience, I no longer deserve to even put on normal weight, you know? I gotta start back at the bar. I gotta start with the stretches and the slow tempo pause reps so I can get that full strength back. And the quicker and the more efficiently, not even quickly, just the more efficiently and attentive I am to this potential injury and all the stretches I need to do in the meantime, no matter how many days it takes, because it's never that much. People just don't like the idea of straying from the program for more than a week. But regardless of that, you got to do it for the time that's necessary, because if you just put the weight down, like really put it down, and walk away for a little while, and like when I say a little while, it's literally going to be like a week or two, even if it's a month. Like, a month is not a long time if you are committed to lifting. It really isn't. Like, if you look at the amount of lifts you can do in a decade, which I'm planning on lifting for fucking ever. I want to be like that 80-year-old that can still throw a snatch, you know what I mean? Even if it's just the bar. But thinking about just the amount of sessions I can put in 10 years, like the amount of sessions I put in the past 3 years, because that's how long I've been logging it. That's why I do, like, day whatever. That was, like, day 1 is the first exercise I wrote down on my phone when I decided to get consistent and committed to this, even though I had been lifting inconsistently for a couple years before that. Anyway, sorry, losing train of thought. But regardless of that, it's taking that time to really, really deserve even putting on the 45s again. Even though I'm sure I could do it, I'm not at 100 when it comes to the parts of my body that are so susceptible to injury. You know, it's just not worth it. And it needs to be brought to attention every single fucking time. No matter how good you are at the sport, if you are strength training and you are pushing it hard, because that's just the way this shit fucking goes, that's how you become the best version of yourself, you're gonna get fucked up sometimes. It's kind of inevitable. You know, you could be that guy who only lifts up to like 60-70% at their max and never goes higher, and even then you still might get injured. But it's just, why do strength lifting if you're not gonna push yourself? You know, I'm not saying ego lift and put yourself in a position where you're gonna get injured, but put in the effort, put in the reps, the sets, the conditioning, because, you know, I do several weeks of conditioning and then I attempt a peak week. And I've just come to learn that my body's absolute best right now is doing 2.5 blocks straight, or more than that, like almost 3 blocks straight, which is almost 3 months of conditioning straight, just working with percentages, reps and sets, doing what I know I can do comfortably and confidently with the most explosiveness as I can and the most whoop-pow, you know, there's just no other way to fucking say it. And then from now on, at the very, very end of block 3, at the end of the 3rd month, I will do a week where I only do max outs in the specific weights that I want to hit for the ones that I care about, my snatch, clean and jerk, bench, and squat, and I'll do no accessories that week, because the way I've been doing it is just not working. It's very evident. It's not a coincidence that my chest got pulled and my knee tendon got strained in the matter of the same 2 weeks, you know? So I apologize for anybody who is looking forward for me hitting my little peak clean and jerk day, but it's not happening. You know, when my knee feels better, we'll go to 90% for just a few doubles so I don't overdo it. But yeah, I'm gonna save my maxes for when I truly deserve it now. And now there's concrete evidence now that I deserve it at the end of my 3 months, not every single month, even if it's just for lighter weight, for rep maxes of higher amounts of volume. It's still a max out, and my body cannot keep up with it. And I got to take that to heart and accept it, embrace it, and learn to love it, because it'll feel so much more deserved and rewarding when I hit that max out and I actually fucking deserve it, and I'm not injured, and I feel great every single day, because that's the goal. Doing every single workout every day without feeling any shittiness, you know? So anyway, enough tangent. I appreciate y'all hearing me out and listening to my ramble for a bit, because I had a good bit to say, just because of all the back and forth I did mentally about my knee. I was really wanting to come in and do my clean and jerk workout, but I got to the gym and I was like, it's just not worth it. Even if I'm ready today, it's just not worth it. I'd rather feel it out first and know for a 100% matter of fact that I've got this shit in the bag. So I don't know when we'll be back on the normal program. I'm not going to restart just because the program's so long, and I think it's only going to take a couple days to get over this. So today, tomorrow, maybe the next day, we'll be doing stretches, feeling everything out. I'll probably hit some bench tomorrow just to make sure I stay consistent with that. But we're going to be some happy, humble, stretchy boys for the next couple days. And that humbleness and a patience and appreciation for the light shit will be the reason that I go so fucking heavy at the end. Imagine I do a 345 clean and jerk because of me chilling out now and then maxing out later on at the end of the entire training program. That'd be crazy. That'd be fucking epic. So stay fucking tuned for it. I don't know. That's all I got. So you'll see me tomorrow with some more fun shit like we did today. And let me know how your lifts and the lives have been going, because I love hearing about it. And I really appreciate your guys' positivity recently. A lot of comments, and I fucking love talking to you guys. Every time I hear some of this nice shit on my comment section, I'm like, damn, bro, y'all mean it? But anyway, I'm fucking leaving. Sorry, I'm talking too long, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye.